So you've extended your contract. It seemed like it took a little while. Was it an easy decision, or did you have a few things to mull over?
Yeah, I guess you always got to put everything into perspective, and obviously there was a little bit of temptation to go home with my family being from Melbourne and that, but at the end of the day, I think I really love where the club's at, and I feel like having a lot of the young boys signing on and all that gives me confidence that that we're heading in the right direction. So in the end, it was a pretty easy decision for me. So.
You've almost answered my next question. Like, there does seem to be a lot of guys that signed on early. Like, why did that give you confidence to follow suit?
I guess you know, we're kind of building to something special, we hope, and I guess there's always been that little bit of go home factor for a lot of the boys. So to see, I guess, everyone really buying in and signing on, it's yeah, I guess it gives everyone else a little bit of confidence that that you know, the club is actually heading in the right direction, and we're doing everything we can to retain our players. So yeah, it was good.
Coincidence that the CBA got finalised last week and that you.
No, no coincidence there. I think it was all about just working through it with my manager and my family, and just spoke it over with them. And at the end of the day, I feel like I've made the right decision. So
on the surface, you're 2-10 or 2-11. Like, what gives you the confidence? It's been a tough couple of years since you've been here. Why do you think things are changing?
I feel like it's probably just our consistency that's really letting us down. I think throughout games we really show that we can match it with the best, and even on the weekend there was times where they had to actually change their game plan to nullify us. So we've had some great patches throughout the year. It's just really that consistency, and that happens with a young team. So yeah, although on the ladder it doesn't look great, but we feel as a team that we're really growing each week, and most of our young guys and our second tier of players are really coming through. Our leaders are really leading the way as well, which is great. So it'll take some time, but yeah, the wins will come.
Chris said after the game that he wants to encourage you guys to keep being aggressive, but it did look like it cost you the other night. There was a few turnovers, you know, in GWS's forward half that really killed you. Is that a difficult message to keep implementing, I suppose, when you're making mistakes and it's costing you?
Yeah, I guess we're just really looking at the bigger picture. I mean, make the mistakes now, but in the next coming weeks and in the future we won't be making those mistakes, and we'll be taking the game on. Fags is always talking about the best way to defend is actually having the ball. So if we've got it, they don't. So once we start hitting those kicks and really take the game on, which we're trying to do, and actually try not to turn the ball over, yeah, I guess we'll be a pretty tough team to play. So that's really our aim, is to just keep taking it on, because he always says that doesn't want to play that boring brand of footy. So just kicking along down the line and that. So we really just want to keep trying to take the game on and move the ball in different ways. So yeah. Just
on your own role, ever since you've come here, you've been backwards, forwards, and we saw it again on the weekend. Like, where do you see yourself playing, and how tricky is that to balance those two ends of the ground? I
guess I feel like it's one of my strengths, being able to play both ends of the ground, and yeah, I hadn't played forward for a little while. Yeah, this year, so it was nice to get back down forward and kick a goal. But I think for me, it's just about just changing my mindset and just trying to do it as quick as possible. I felt like on the weekend I was able to do that, have a little bit of an influence down there. But I think at the end of the day, I'm a defender, and I'm really enjoying my time down back with Darcy Gardner and Harris Andrews and those guys. So it's really, I think we're really like cementing our spot as a group, and getting some continuity in our games. And the likes of Sam Mays is having probably a career best year, and so it's really great to be a part down there with them. But I think on the weekend it was just a kind of in the moment they just thought that we needed that extra height down forward. I think they were taking a few intercept marks and that, so just have a little bit of extra height down there. So I think that was the main reason behind the change. What
did you learn from the Giants forwards? They got a forward line loaded with talent, and they got plenty of supply. But did you learn anything from playing against those guys?
It does help when they've played 4 or 5 years together, and a lot of them said after the game that we were in that position in the last couple of years. So it takes time, but I guess their movements and really working together as a team, they did that pretty well, and I guess they showed us up on the day. So
what did you think at Alex Witherden's first game?
Yeah, he's going to be a star. he's pretty much a ready-made footballer, the way he uses the ball, and I guess you saw it firsthand on the weekend. He's going to be a great player for us, so I'm really looking forward to playing many games down back with him.
And the smother in the last quarter, like you might not have seen that from your end of the ground.
I did see that. Yeah, that was that just shows the quality of character that he is. He always fights to the death, and I think that just shows how good he's going to be. So.